All right, guys, I'm not going to make this video super long, but I do want to talk about TikTok live battling and just my own conviction of it and what I've experienced and how the Lord has just really convicted me and what the Lord has shown me. And so this is not to condemn anybody, but this is to truly just listen to my convictions and why I'm stopping doing TikTok live battling. So if you guys don't know, I've been streaming for about 2 years now, 2.5 years. Pretty long time. And so first off, I just want to say thank you guys for everybody who supported me. I appreciate all the support that I've gotten during the time, the people who showed up, the people who encouraged me, believed in me. I don't take it for granted. But if I'm being honest, I think battling itself has just led me to more sin, and a lot of people more sin. It pulled me into things that I wish I never did. It put me in situations where the person that I really am just kind of went away, and it was almost like I put on a character and became about pride, became about money, competition, being negative. And as a Christian, I could just feel it in my spirit. It's not honoring God. Jesus says in Luke 9:23, if anybody wants to follow me, they must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow me. But when I was battling, I wasn't denying myself. I was actually doing the exact opposite. I was feeding my flesh, right? And in Matthew 6:27, it says you can't serve both money and God. And that verse really hit me because by us allowing a battle to happen, I was serving money, not the Lord. And I know it can be super easy for us to sit here and say, that's not my heart posture, man. I want to go on live and just hang out with people, but if they want a gift, they want a gift. But I don't think what people understand is, these are real people with real lives and feelings and addictions that we don't know what they exactly go through. And addictions aren't just easy to break like that. And so when you simply sit there and you allow a battle to happen, what that is doing is that is feeding their addiction, right? If somebody is addicted to gifting, whether you tell them to or not, if they're addicted to it, they're going to gift you no matter what when they see a battle happen. Does that make sense? And so there's a lot of, there's marriages falling apart. I have heard stories of marriages falling apart because the husband is upset over the wife gifting or vice versa. There is no way I can sit there and just be okay with that. I couldn't do it. The conviction was so heavy. I just couldn't ignore it. God just, he struck me. And so I just think that in itself is like a reason of whatever your heart posture, whatever your goal is on live stream. I just think when we put ourselves in a situation where we are allowing a battle to happen, no matter what, when you accept a battle, it is asking for money, right? That's what it is. It's just money being given, and it is feeding addictions. It is. There are families that have been broken because of addictions of gifting, and so when you hop in a battle, you allow it. And I know a lot of people they turn to some verses which kind of they kind of like try to turn around to showing it's okay. And I'm gonna kind of point out some of these. A lot of people they'll point to the parable of the talents, right? In Matthew 25, it says. And they'll say this, they'll say, we're just multiplying what God gave us. But that parable is actually about faithfulness to God. It's not about competing for money or for clout. That's not what it's about at all. And others say, well, God gave us this platform, right? Why would we not use it? Stewardship means using what he gave us for his glory, not for our glory. And so if I was to sit here and use my platform and receive all this for me, that is for my glory. And some people say if it's working, right, it must be God's blessing if it's working. But 1 Timothy 6:9-10 actually warns us that chasing after money leads to ruin. Not every success is a blessing. Some are a trap. And I think that's a really hard one for people to hear, because what? You make money, you're like, oh, it's a blessing from the Lord. Not every success is a blessing. Some are a trap from the devil. And we got to discern that. And so I'm also here to say, man, guys, I have grace. I have a lot of mercy. Man, I went through it for 2 years. 2 years, guys. I was prideful, had no humility. I had a huge ego, and I was just a negative person when it came to battling. And so, and even if I wasn't, even if I was to sit here and I was not any of that, but still allowing a battle to happen is still just, there's no fruit, man. There's no fruit in it. And so, yeah, I just want to encourage you guys, if you feel that same tug on your heart, don't ignore it. At the end of the day, it's not about TikTok battles. None of this is about TikTok battles. It's about obedience to the Lord, right? We want to live our lives in obedience to the Lord. And so I want you guys to ask yourself, just like I had to ask myself, who am I really serving? At the end of the day, who am I really serving when I jump in a battle? My flesh or Jesus? And I think it's not easy to stop, it's very rewarding, right? We feel very comfortable battling, right? Because we're gaining something. It feels good. It feels comfortable, right? And so what is it doing? It's feeding our flesh of like, oh, this feels good. This feels good. Why would I stop? And it also, at the end of the day, it pushes people to chase money and attention. That's what it does, whether you see it or not. And it causes division. It causes arguments and drama. And as followers of Jesus, man, we're called to build people up and not tear them down. And so, at the end of the day, I don't want my platform to be about clout or competition. I want it to point people to Jesus. And so, I think there's a unique way of being able to point people to Jesus without you having to step in a battle. And so I just want y'all to know, man, it's not about your heart posture. It's not about your intentions. It's about what you're doing and what you are allowing by stepping into a battle. The Bible literally tells us to abstain from every form of evil. And what did Jesus say? He said, you'll know a tree by its fruit. That's what he said. And what is the fruit in battling? Pride, greed, division, manipulation. None of that glorifies the Lord. Again, I'm coming at this with grace because I did it for 2 years, and I was full of pride, full of ego, full of thinking I was this person when I really wasn't. Man, and God humbled me. And so reach out to me. If you want to talk more about it, I'm here. I'm here to encourage you and not condemn you. And so I just want you guys to know that's my heart, what happened, why I'm stopping live battling, and I love you guys so much. I'm super grateful for just the opportunity to be given a platform to be able to talk to you guys. And so I love you guys. All glory to God, man. And I'm excited for this next chapter of my life. And man, I don't know what it's gonna look like, but the Lord's at the center, and so that's all that matters.